For all the infotainment across digital content, subscribe to Digital Commentary.
Hey, hello everyone. Thank you so much for being with us here today at DC. Joining us, we have Arif Khan, the director of the show, Never Kiss Your Best Friend, followed by the male lead of the show, Nakul Mehta, who plays Sumer on the show, and the female lead of the show, Anya Singh, who plays Tani on the show. Thank you so much for being here with us, guys. I know आज का दिन काफी busy रहा होगा क्योंकि मैं भी लाइन से अभी just आया हूँ, but thank you. It's our pleasure. So, by the way, congratulations on the show. Beautifully done show. I mean, fresh air. To be really honest, in this tight, atmosphere that we have in this quarantine times, you guys have given us a show that we can actually watch it and relish it like fine wine. Thank you so much for that. So actually, applause for you guys only because you guys have done a tremendous job. So starting off, I want to just ask Arif sir this question that like today, like we are in this industry. We are in our industry. We tend to follow a certain template, right? Like people make dark comedy. Like आजकल का चलन तो ये चल रहा है कि dark comedies बनानी है. There's murder mysteries and all of this. In spite of leaving that, you guys thought of making a romantic comedy. Yeah. What was the thought and how did it all begin? So what was the thought behind that? And were you blatantly trying to be different? कि वो करना ही नहीं था?
No, yeah, to be honest, I think it all fell into my plate, to be very, very honest. It's not like I had like too many offers and to reject and say that no, मैं dark comedy नहीं करूँगा, मैं ये नहीं करूँगा, वो नहीं करूँगा. But whatever little bit I was getting few opportunities, I definitely got connected to this one. I felt there was a freshness in the story. There was a freshness in the script, and as of now, as you mentioned that there are people are making dark comedies, people are making thrillers. I felt what time say this kind of a story has not is not, especially on the OTT platform, it's not come. It's more about sex and it's more about all those other things. But this I felt was a very sweet, very sweet friendship love story with a lot of fun in it. So yeah, I think that was it. So I think
काफी seamless था. It was like water. काफी.
Yeah, and I mean it's actually both of them, who've played it on screen so well that it's so relatable.
Kudos.
Because the same lines could be interpreted and done in a very different way also, but they made sure that they don't go away from the characters. So I think that's a very big plus point.
Like as you said, it's based on a novel, right? Never Kiss Your Best Friend. So did you guys read the novel first before actually going into this, before starting to flesh out the whole thing? Nakul?
I actually never read the novel, to be honest. I was told by the makers that don't read it because they were going to change it for sure. Even Somrit was like, don't read it, bro. The end and all we are going to change for sure. So I never read the novel. I would just read the drafts that I was getting. And in fact, even to refer something, I never went to see what was there in the book. I never did that. I was just totally true to the story.
So your writers, did they read the book or they did not?
I'm sure. Because Sumrit has written the book, so obviously he knows the back and forth of it. So.
Okay. The book was pretty famous, right? During in the demographic of the high school students and sophomore year students. Were you trying to counter that and make a space for the show that was different from the book? How different is the show from the book?
So basically, I never read the book. So I was never thinking कि मैं कुछ अलग बनाऊं. वो जो book में किया है, I should not do that in a scene, or I should not tell Tani to talk like this, or Sumer to say like this, or I never went into all of that. I was just being true to the story. I was just being like, यार ये है, इसमें emotion correct होना चाहिए, चीजें correct होना चाहिए. We are not going to go overboard unnecessarily.
The revelation to me was Anya's character, Tani. Now, very rarely you will see a romantic comedy show or any saga, if you see, where in India, especially, a female lead has been given so much importance. Like her perspective only is driving the whole, the show. So, what was the idea behind that? I mean, in
So
the book,
see, if you, yeah, I mean, it's definitely a story which is Tani oriented, because she's the one who's, we use the breaking the fourth wall thing, where she's always
I
talking
was
to
coming to
camera,
that.
and
I was coming to that.
yeah, she's letting out those emotions. So it was always like she is the one from where the story starts, her life and her journey and all of that stuff, her best friend, and so I mean, it was like it was supposed to be done that way. Like there was um no other real way to do it, because Tani's character is such a character where she is just bindas, and
Yeah.
the only way, like the fourth wall really helped, because there's a lot of things that you can just say to the audience in one line, and it's all explained.
No, it
You
reminded me
don't
of
have to.
Fleabag, Phoebe Waller-Bridge's Fleabag. If you guys have seen it, it was sort of there, and it was very nicely cut also. So I would really give you that. To be really honest, Nakul sir, uh, I came to know about your real age after I saw the show.
Yeah.
To be really honest, was it kind of, you were personifying a 20-year-old's age, right? So was it difficult to actually play that age, or how did you draw inspiration from? From where did you draw inspiration from? Or did it come very naturally, or was it easy? Was it difficult? How was it?
I mean, everything is a challenge, right? You're never playing yourself idly on screen. You're playing different parts. Either the parts will be older to you, younger to you, sometimes your age, which makes life easier. But I think the challenge for me was, to as a 20-year-old, also your mind is less convoluted, less sort of complicated. There's a difference in way in which you sort of look at things. So for me, I think the key was I was looking at two things. One was to find the walk and find the balance of the person. Like where does he enter a scene from? Like what part of his body leads? And I mean, if you ask me technically, and the second was like his eyes, right? There's always a 20-year always like searching, and you're curious and you're wanting to know things. So for me, like the challenge was to find that. And the rest of it, I mean, luckily the genes have been good, so I can, and Arif shoots me well, so I can look like a 20-year-old, hopefully.
So Anya, what about you?
For me, I think I spent a little more time with Arif before we went on to set, and he's very clear with his directions. Whether it was the fourth wall for me to break, I was really nervous about that. And in fact, my lines were much longer, like my monologues were much longer, and we decided to shorten it because we didn't know how it was going to come out at that point. And this is the first time we were trying it, and all of us sort of new. So he said, I don't know how the audience would accept it, so let's shorten it a little bit. But I think Tani as a character, all of us have gone through something that she's been through, whether it's touch wood. Sorry?
She's very strong. She comes across as very unobtrusive.
She's a very strong girl. Even the way she reacts to situations, like when she finds out that her boyfriend is cheating on her, she of course cries for the first 2 minutes, but her next reaction is like, I'm gonna fuck shit up, and she just breaks his car. And she doesn't she's not someone who wallows in her sorrows. I think she's the strong personality who can give it back to people, whether it's a guy or a girl. She stands by what she thinks is correct. Even her relationship with Sumer's girlfriend, she doesn't like her, but for his sake, she's being more mature, and she's like, okay, fine, I'll accept her because you're my best friend and she means a lot to you. A lot of people don't react this way, especially when you're younger, you're far more immature and you're more egoistic or whatever. So I think for me, it was, things were very clear because Arif and I had enough discussions. And I think Nakul and I would sit and before every scene, just we would never rehearse. We would just do the lines once or twice to sort of get into the flow of it, and we just take it from there.
But I think a show like this, which is between two people, sort of two characters, a lot of the conversation, so a lot is on paper, but I think a lot really depends on what you come up with on set. And I think a lot of credit to Arif to let us to have a very democratic process of directing, where he would let us sort of come up with ideas. And I feel the beauty of the fun we had making this was, again, with Anya, she is extremely receptive and you can throw things at her. I don't have to forewarn her. And I think that's where like beautiful accidents happen. And that's what I enjoy most in acting. Like when accidents happen, you take them in, use them in a scene. So a lot of times you wouldn't want to rehearse, because we would let the first reaction of what someone is doing happen to us, instead of me knowing what Anya is going to do, or, sorry?
Following the chi, like the internal energy sort of.
Correct. Yeah, I mean, that's the beauty of it, right? नहीं तो आपको अगर dialogues तो उतने ही काम कर सकते हैं, and eventually if you have to take it beyond the paper, you have to like use the environment, use your co-actor, use the director. I feel also like your crew members come in with a certain energy. So like play of empathy of each other. It might sound vague, but it helps in a lot of ways. And it helps when the director is fluid and will go with the flow. Otherwise, when someone's extremely stern about how he wants it, you lose discovering things. You lose discovering. And I feel, especially in a show like this, which is not a period show, it's not very language heavy, like discovering is the fun, right? So I think it was lovely that like all of us got to do that on scene.
To add it to this, Ankit, actually most of the times we never really blocked the scene. Like we never like basic, we know, okay, kamre mein scene ho raha hai and we are going to do this, he's on the bed, you're standing, very basic. But uske baad jo hota tha, that used to be magical. They really owned the thing. So I kind of developed a chemistry with both of them, that I knew that I have to just tell them what is the emotion of the scene and they are going to do something.
So moving on, the series also deals with subjects like homophobia, drug issues, open relations. So talk us through these aspects of the show, which I felt something that made it stand out, and compare it like as compared to the other breezy romantic shows that we have currently. So take me through that.
Well, when it comes to homophobia, really, we like, if you analyze the whole show, we have never tried to take anything over the top of, oh, he's gay, so his whole Kabir's character, when it comes out, when they get to know, Tani's take on it is very different. Tani's take on it is not that what the fuck, you asshole, you did this to me. It's not that. Her take is very simple, that you would have just told me, I would have kind of accepted it. So it's a very underlined, very subtly we've tried to underline that there's no problem in it. Yeah, it's even the open relationship with the parents. We've not tried to put it across as, oh, it's a crime, or mother-father is fighting, or the father is like, I know about this relationship. The problem there is that Sumer is not able to accept this. I think of that, all this is happening without my knowledge. Like I have no idea about it. What is going on? My whole life has been, I've been thinking this family to be this perfect family where these things are going on, and I have no clue about it. So we have again not played a very, heavy drama over there or anything like that. So we've tried to keep a balance overall. We've not tried to go overboard with any of these topics.
No, it actually, the whole show, it kind of reminded me how Taika Waititi writes, So he'll say the most grimmest of the situations, he'll just touch over it and leave, and there'll be humor following after that. I felt it with the show as well. Even the show was like that. Like if you guys get time, you guys should watch this film called Eagles vs. Shark, Taika Waititi. It's also another love story. But so that was one of it, which I felt, which was really, really nice. The other part being what I have a little problem with it. Not problem, but I was thinking about it. about the virginity. The problem of virginity in the show that has been, like Tani wants to lose her virginity with someone she loves, which is correct, which is perfectly fine. But was it an attempt to show Indian women in that particular light ki abroad jaake bhi she's not one of those who's actually gotten loose or anything like that, but she still has her morals intact, stuff like that. So was it like deliberate attempt to do that?
No, yeah. No, I don't think so. There was a morality issue over there. Um, I think it was just about this character who, it's her belief that I will only have sex when I fall in love.
Hmm.
So if you go to see the story, she is not saying that I will only have sex once I get married. She's not saying that. She's saying I will only have sex when I fall in love.
Hmm.
She agrees with in the car when she says, let's do it. It's the bad luck that it's his bad luck that he catches the phone, and she catches the phone, and she's like, she gets to know that he's a playboy. So there is no moral, or really we didn't think that, oh nahi, इंडियन लड़की है तो ये सभ्यता रखना चाहिए कि वो लंदन में भी ऐसा नहीं करेगी. Not at all. She is not against the idea of breaking a virginity, but it's a belief, yeah, that I'll do it. I'll make love when I'm in love. I think that's a line also in the show.
So
Nice.
to be honest, why was this question important to us? Because we tend to make it in such a way. We make hawa bana diya virginity ka in our country, abroad. So we want to show our women in that particular light. So I wanted to know if that was the idea, but thanks for clearing that out. Also, the other thing that makes the show a really visual treat because of the picturesque, views that are there in London, right? So what do you think? What was the brief given to the cinematographer, sir? Arif, sir?
The brief given to him was that, honestly, I think I'm too honest, but to be honest again, I really didn't put a shot ever to say London, because I know वो एक 10 एपिसोड के शो में 2-3 तो वाइड शॉट्स आने ही वाले हैं जो आगे पीछे आएंगे. I have always tried to capture what the scene is asking for. But I've never put a shot saying कि अरे forget वो नकुल कहाँ चल रहा है, आन्या कहाँ चल रही है, कहाँ बैठे हैं, all that. मेरे को देखना है कि लंदन में हूँ मैं. No, because I feel I had the plus point that I was shooting it completely in London. So there was no, it wasn't like, oh, I have to cheat 10 things in Bombay. Because that would then make me be like, no, let's take a wider shot here, close up, we will do it in Bombay somewhere. So I knew that wherever you put the camera, I am not cheating for sure. I'm being honest to the visuals. Even the houses, even anything that you see interior also in the show is actually shot in London. We've not tried to make it look like London. बिल्कुल cheating नहीं किया है. So visually, I had a plus point, which was this guy called Joseph, who is a DOP on. He's a European guy. He's from Estonia. So I always feel that someone from the other country, they have a very different sense of cinematography, and I think it was for our platforms. He's done a brilliant job by shooting it very beautifully with the limited stuff that he had.
Very nice, very nice. So what next, Nakul sir? When can we?
अभी तो डिनर बनाना है, उसका डिनर खाऊंगा, उसका बर्तन धोऊंगा. I sleep if my wife lets me, and so repeat tomorrow.
So 41 days से हम लोग अभी वही चल रहा है, apart from the sleeping part. But I'm just saying, what next? When can we see you again on the web?
All of us are like dying to, Anya, Arif, all of us are dying to be on a set, any set for now, because I think just being on a set, like I think especially with me, well, I've been away all of us have been away for a while. I just realized that how much it means and like what privilege it is to be on a set working every day. And I feel sometimes when you're working every day, you forget that, and you let that feeling go away momentarily. I mean, it's happened because, when you're working for a while. But I feel this break is just going to make all of us so much more hungrier, so much more. I think have so much more gratitude for having jobs and having stories to tell and being a part of it. So I'm dying to go back to one, but of course, right now life is way more important than us shooting,
True.
shows or films or TV. I feel once, hopefully, the world recovers from this. We all of us should dive into work and hopefully come together. Also create like work on the second season of this. So I'm just waiting to get back, man. Yeah, itching.
Touche. Me too. What about Anya? What next for you?
I mean, I really don't know because I don't know when things will fall back into place after this, right?
What about you, sir? Arif, sir? What next? When
Same, yeah. I mean, right now, you know, I'm just hoping to get back to work, and more than that, the this issue needs to get solved because it's really scary. Even if things go back to normal,
Hmm.
they will not for a very long time, is what I feel. I don't think our shooting sets would be the same again. I think it will be different. Like recently, I was reading someone's post that they started shooting in Australia or somewhere,
Mhm.
and they had this specific guidelines. And I was just thinking that how is a person supposed to function with these guidelines? Like actors cannot come close to each other. There's a certain distance they'll have to maintain. So I don't know. Like I'm just
Love-making
hoping
scenes,
that
they can't come close.
they can't come close. I mean, I was wondering then. I mean, you have to write scripts where actors have to stand 10 feet apart and say the lines. Um, yeah, and those guidelines were like really. I was like, shit. Like, why do you even plan to go back to a set if this is the guideline? Because when we are filming, we are never really There are no guidelines when you're filming. Even when there's a stunt happening and somebody is jumping, you just want to, being a director, I'm saying this, you just want to get the shot. So I really want things to get better soon. Till then, it's all about just reading scripts and hoping that things will get normal, and then hopefully I'll bring something else for the viewers.
One final question before we head out.
But yeah.
So not head out, we're inside only. But one last question is: you think OTT, all the OTT platforms are going to replace the big screen? It's an open question for everyone.
I think for a certain period of time, because also right now there's a lot of uncertainty. So this is just my assumption. Nothing has been said to me. I've not had a discussion with anyone. But because we don't know when cinema halls will open up, we don't know when people will be allowed to, be in close proximity. So I think for a certain amount of time, probably OTT platforms will take over.
What about you, Nakul sir, Arif sir?
Listen, I don't think anybody is going to replace anything. It is going to be extremely difficult for the movie business, and that's common sense. I feel a lot of movies, and this is not just common sense, it's from what you hear, what's happening in the trade, are going to now release, on the online platforms. It's going to be tougher for the really big movies, and it really depends on the producers how long can they hold on. But if you look at the flip side, with every challenge comes opportunities, right? I think the OTT platform digitally, a lot of content will be curated. A lot of content will be made on television. Films will be harder because I don't know when will people go back to community watching. It's going to be a scary experience, right? So I doubt it's going to happen in the near future. But that doesn't mean content won't be made. I think all of us will have to find creative ways. We'll have to find new mediums, new ways of telling the same story.
So I feel what Nakul is saying is absolutely right. It is going to be difficult for sure. But yes, I don't think they won't be replaced. Like it won't be like now no movies will be ever made or anything like that. I think movies will definitely happen. But the hit that this year is going to affect the industry, especially with the big films, that is going to be really crazy. And I think if we can, I read somewhere that if you can survive this year, it means you have enough wealth. It means you're healthy and you're going to survive for the rest of your life, because this year for everyone, whether it's movie industry or any industry, any kind of jobs,
It's a difficult one.
difficult to survive this year.
Hey, Ankit, listen, I have a question for you, man.
Yes, sir. Please, please.
What was the thing you enjoyed most about the show, and what is one thing you thought could have been done better?
Yeah.
I enjoyed the freshness of the show. I really liked it. I really like the flow. I told you in the start only that I force cheese. Like, I don't like things being coerced into something. But when I saw it, it was flowing really smooth. So that's what I really liked about the show. One thing I did not like is sometimes it is to tend to become little superficial, little bit. And that is fine. That is cinematic liberties that you guys have taken at certain point. And I feel nothing is perfect as such. But you guys made a great show, and that is very important. Right intent plus right people equals great show. That's what you're trying to say.
Yes.
Absolutely.
It was great. Thank you so much. I had a great time talking to you all. I hope you all had a great time too. Not great, at least an okay time. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, man.
Please,
Thanks,
please.
Ankit.
Thank
Yeah,
Thank you, Ankit.
look forward to watching some more things coming out from you all.
Yeah, man. Hopefully, yeah.
Okay, not anything else.